It's been a couple of months or even years actually since the NFT hype era basically died down. And yet, I still get messages from people asking how do I actually know if an NFT is valuable? And that made me realize something, guys. Even after the noise disappeared, the curiosity stayed, which means most people never really understood how to assess NFT value in the first place. So if you're watching this and you've wondered that too, no worries, because now's actually the best time to learn. Anyway, Simply Crypto here, back again with another video, and today we're breaking down how to properly read a NFT collection using trades, rarity, and floor prices so you don't get fooled by numbers. But before we start, guys, here's the mindset I want you to have, okay? Listen, this is not about becoming an NFT expert overnight. It's about understanding that you're actually looking at when you check a collection. Because recently, a market report showed that over 60% of new NFT buyers only look at the floor price before purchasing. They didn't check any trace or context, which is a bit like buying a car based on the cheapest listing you see. So that's risky, guys. Let's fix that. So let's start with the basics. In NFTs, guys, traits are simply attributes. Think of them as characteristics like background color, clothing, accessories, special features, and more. So they're like pieces of data describing that digital item. Rarity tells you how uncommon certain traits are within the collection. So if only 1% of all NFTs in that project have laser eyes, then that trait is considered rare. And floor price is the lowest active listing price in the market for that collection. It's kind of like saying the cheapest one currently for sale. To make it easier, guys, think of NFTs like Pokemon cards. So shout out to all Pokemon collectibles out there. You might have a regular printed rookie cards, that's the floor level, holographic versions, limited editions, or even misprints. Those are rare traits. It's like the more unique, the harder it is to find, the more valuable it could be. But just like in Pokemon cards, rarity alone doesn't guarantee someone wants it. Maybe it doesn't look cool, or it's from a team nobody supports. Same logic applies to NFT. Now, here's where the most new NFT buyers get it wrong. They think rarity automatically equals demand. But just because something is rare doesn't mean people care. For example, guys, in some collections, the rarest trait might visually be something awkward or irrelevant to what collectors actually like. That's why narrative matters. What story does the NFT project represent? Art style also matters. Does it actually visually? And the biggest factor is the community. Because if a project has an active, engaged community, hosting events, or constantly building value, collectors tend to buy around that culture, not just trade. Let's talk about 3 common pitfalls to avoid when assessing an NFT. First, chasing traits blindly. Example, guys, something has only 1% trait rarity but no real demand. So you may struggle to sell it later, right? So always check the volume and recent sales. Second one, obsessing over floor price only. It's tempting to buy the cheapest one, but if it holds traits that 99% of the supply, you've just part of the crowd. So a slightly higher priced NFT with a strong trait might have better long-term value. Third, guys, ignoring seasonality or narrative shifts. So if the collection is launching something new, a certain trait might become desirable soon. Even if it's currently undervalued, guys, keep an out for community updates. Now, how to actually use this information? When browsing on marketplaces like OpenSea or Blur or Magic Eden or anything, etc., guys, use filters. Pick one rare traits and sort by price. So compare that traits listing to the floor, and if the price gap is too small, guys, that might signal undervaluation or lack of demand. So if it's significantly higher and actively selling, that trait has market interest. Actually, this is for me personally. Another strategy that I use is checking recent sales of that specific traits, not just listing, because listings can sit forever, right? Sales show what people actually pay, and if you're planning to make an offer, don't be afraid to go slightly below listings or use bulk building tools. Remember, guys, that rarity gives context but demand gives value. So yeah, as we move toward wrapping up this video, guys, here's your practical takeaway. Before buying an NFT in a collection, do one quick scan. I mean, pick a trait, check its rarity, compare its price to floor, and check if there are any recent sales or mentions of it in community chats. Even that basic step already puts you ahead of most first-time buyers, okay? So for visuals in your mind, guys, this is just an idea. Imagine a bar chart of traits, showing how many NFTs share each characteristic and next to it in a floor price tag. So that's basically what tools like Rarity Sniper or Trait Sniper are automating. I also tried these applications before. You don't need to be a data analyst. You just need to be curious, okay? Here's your thing to do, guys. Next time you're checking an NFT collection, don't just look at the cheapest listing. Sort by one rare trait. compare it with the floor, and ask yourself, does demand align with your rarity? So try that with any collection you're following right now and see how different the results look. And if this video helped you spot value better and avoid hype-led decisions, hit like and drop a comment with a collection you'd like me to analyze next. Anyway, Simply Crypto here signing off. So stay curious, stay secure. See you in the next one. Bye.